Welcome to Minecraft Alpha. I made another video on Minecraft Inf and we are going to continue that now. So if you didn't watch the first one, make sure to do that first. This video will be in 30 FPS as I couldn't keep all the recorded footage on my computer at the same time. I am poor. Okay, since we are in Alpha now, my plan is to create a new base. So I'm gonna grab my stuff and then we're gonna head off. The traveling to the base took a while because I had explored quite a bit of Inf terrain. So the first alpha version we are on added new mob AI, which is not an improvement. And neither is the terrain. We went from this to this. It's literally beautiful landscape to flat terrain. I believe Inf terrain is way better than this. It feels more fantasy. But this will be our new base location on this nice beach right here with a little bit of some hills going up. So I'm starting the build and there are a lot of different alpha building styles. The classic ones are like a wood block or dirt block. And then you have the cliffside glass window type builds, which used to be my personal favorite, where you just dig into a mountain and have a giant window looking out. You used to have water domes and stone castles, stone fortresses, some tree houses, but you also had these like weird mind-bending builds that didn't actually look like an actual place, and that's what I'm gonna be trying to make. They were kinda unique for alpha, and I don't think I will be able to replicate it to the point since I'm playing retail Minecraft, but I will try my best. A little bit of a side tangent. To this base we are going to have a railroad. Alpha boosters haven't been added yet, but when it does it will be nice to already have the path laid out. That's why I'm building the stone. The build is coming along. There are clouds in the way. And the world height is very tiny. So the glass and water roof here is not very high up whatsoever. So this is the view of it. I built this whole shit without being able to sneak, which drove me a bit insane. The first floor will be a storage area. Pigs AI is as dumb as the mobs. And the second floor will be a farm that constantly get trampled by mobs. Okay, so it's time to actually get what was added. I found diamonds accidentally, but we don't need that. The new thing that has been added is redstone, which takes way longer to break than you would think, and it stays like this through beta as well. We can use this new redstone to open wooden doors and iron doors. That's pretty much it. None of the advanced electricity stuff has been added. You only have the torches, levers and buttons and pressure plates and doors. That's all you could do. But the iron door takes forever to break. And with the redstone complete, I can open both the normal door and the iron door. Hitbox detection is completely broken. I think this is a problem for alpha or this base, because this will be continued, repeated during this whole video. I can place a sign through the wall here, which should not be possible. So levers was added, as I said, and also buttons, which you could place floating. They added dust. Flowing water has its level data value directly set to 0. Whatever the fuck that it means. So, Diamond Tools has now had their durability doubled, and Zombie has noises. Before they sounded like a human, remember? Skeleton also makes the skeleton noises, and creepers. I also built a pig farm. a little bit of a killing room, and this is when I started encountering bugs. So I was passed out, I couldn't move, and I don't technically exist. So this update added snow worlds, which our world isn't. But it looks like this. So a major bug in this version is block replacement bypass, which you can use to create these weird chests. Their UI is absolutely beautiful, and you can technically store stuff within it, and then you will be able to find it in some of the chests, and it doesn't work as it should. But you can also bypass the flower placement, but they do get released after a while. Rails can also be block replaced, bypassed, and since this is so buggy, I will create a wall around it so I don't accidentally step into it. So boats has been added, which we will use to explore a bit to find cactus, which are full blocks, very beautiful, and they generate on beaches, which is kind of funny. They also behave very strangely. You take damage when you harvest them, punch them, but not when you touch them. I took my boat back to the base, but it breaks on any impact. And another thing with the cactus, it can be placed on any block. So we placed it on a nice diamond one here, and I built a dock to commemorate the addition of the boat. So boats can now be placed outside of water. Corrupted level.dats.now work. I don't know what that means. This fixed player is getting stuck, but it doesn't work in this chunk. I still get these issues. Cows has been added. The sound they make is beautiful, and you can't milk them. So right now they only drop leather. And now they changed the sound of the cows to sound way better. This is pretty much what was used up until very recently, if I don't recall incorrectly. So settings don't have changed location nor load location anymore, and single player is now single player. So we finally have a content update here with some actual stuff in. We got an F5 menu. And I'm gonna go out exploring again with my boat because they have added sugarcane, which was called reeds back here. I also got some clay, but the footage was sadly lost. I planted the reeds back at the base, which grow up way too fast, and I used the clay to make some bricks. I used the reeds for a bookshelf, then I did some off-screen mining, and I built a library, which looks like a factory. With the last bookshelves placed, I put down a roof on the place, which took 2 tries to get a decent looking spot. And here is the finished product. After that, I dug a wide-ass tunnel. Because slimes has been added. They don't split if you don't kill them with your fist apparently. Which is very bad because the first one spawned pretty fast, but I waited around for a full hour for another one to spawn, which it didn't, so I gave up. You saw how they looked, and in 1.0.12 slimes now have sounds, which made it way easier to find another one. The touch screen is now 1K in 24 hours. To celebrate that, 1,000 sold copies in 24 hours, which was pretty crazy. Crazy back in the day. And slimes now have the texture we all know and love. Jukeboxes has been added, and music is in. Minecarts finally behave differently, meaning alpha boosters now finally work. So, with the alpha boosters in place, we can finally ride a track. Chickens has been added. Eggs don't do anything yet, and they despawn before giving any. And minecarts with chest and furnaces have also been added. I tried to collect the music discs. Both yellow and green exist in the code, but I only got yellow. I got 5 of them, and after searching through some forum posts, it seems that the drop rates are bugged in this version, so we will have to wait for a later version for the green one. No, nothing was added here for single player, only multiplayer changes. Neither in this version. Now we finally have something. Fences has been added, which means I can finally finish up the base. And milk can now also be emptied out. The drop rates are now fixed, which meant I could get the green disc. And spider jockeys has also been added, but I don't want to spend another one another night. I spent like 4 already searching for one. And it will come up later, don't worry. Compasses now exist and showing you the way to spawn. This was before chords in F3 or any other way to get coordinates, so actually kinda useful if you didn't want to die with your stuff in your inventory. Sneaking has finally been added, and fishing rods, which you can't fish with and they stack for some reason. And since we can sneak now, it's finally time to complete the transport route between our 2 bases. Sound is now on Amazon, meaning in the launcher. This is the earliest version you can play with sounds, but I had sounds all the time because I'm using Betacraft, like any of you should. Link in the description. So this is the last big content patch in Alpha, and it was very divisive one when it shipped, as it added 2 major things. You might be noticing that the grass is no longer neon colored, and that is because biomes are now in the game. This was a huge change back in the day. Another not as big one is that fishing rods now can be used. Nice. They worked up a little bit crazier back in the day though, as you can see here. I can feel... yeah. But the biggest addition is with 10 obsidian and a flint and steel. It's called the Nether. You all know and love it. Some pigments, however, does drop cooked pork chops, which is a bit weird, but it means you can make a food farm in the Nether. The portal spawned us deep in a tunnel system, so it took a while to get out. Out here there are ghasts, and they are as annoying as ever. They fly out snowballs out of their mouth though, which is kind of funny. Soul Sun is here of course, but the patches are generating a bit differently. But other than that, the Nether will stay like this, except for the introduction of Nether fortresses until the Nether update, which is over 10 years later. So after decorating the portal a bit, I made a clock, which was added in this version. And honestly, when was the last time you crafted a clock? I can't remember. Back in the day, like before beds, it was actually useful though. Because one of the game loops was that you were building and on the surface exploring by day, and then down in the mines by now. I can't speak today. Then you were down in the mines by night, and with a clock you would know when it was time to head to the surface. As I mentioned, biomes now exist, which means every part of the landscape is different. There are hills to small patches of desert, and pumpkin patches are here. The pumpkins can be put on your head, and they can also be turned into jack-o'-lanterns. There are big deserts, there are mountainous deserts, and there are floating deserts, and I just think my world is just very dry. Honestly, I'm getting a lot of deserts here. But finally, after searching for over 2 hours, I found snow. So cold worlds don't exist anymore. Instead, you have to find a cold biome. And snowballs actually damage you back in the day, which I think they shouldn't have removed, honestly. Under the moonlight. So this update was mostly bug fixes as well. Creepers have a new sound, which is the one you know. 16x16 texture pack now works. Whisper. And there are animations. Only bug fixes here. More bug fixes. So this is the last version. It had bug fixes and added lakes. So since there aren't anything else, I'm just gonna focus on tidying up the base and making it presentable. So the third thing I did was to build a small cactus farm. It's very tiny, but let's be honest here. How much cactus do we really need? Like, what do you even use it for? Next up, I finished the fence around the buggy chunks. Then I made a road that connects most of our buildings. Then I built a station platform and finished torching the railway. Then I was done. Alpha is over. Most of the updates were just bug fixes. So I'm wondering now at the end, for you who reached it, if I'm gonna do the same thing for beta, do you want me to cover every update like I have done here? Or only the ones with actual stuff in it? Like for example, version 1.7 beta, which is the last ones technically. They have 4 different versions, and the only thing that were changed were bug fixes. So do you want me to cover all 4, or can I just do the one when they actually added the content for it? Let me know down in the comments. Thank you for watching, and